Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey guys, we're your hosts, M and J. A number of DC content was announced on DC Fandom, so we wanted to go over it today. These include animated features and a trailer for the live-action movie featuring Robert Pattinson as Batman. There's also a new season of Young Justice and Harley Quinn, and a Catwoman movie, and it's cool we're getting so much content. We're definitely interested in checking it out, although we're more excited for some properties than others. But it's nice that we have stuff to look forward to with DC. Too bad their comics have been floundering lately. The company's been struggling for a while and the pandemic didn't help, but unfortunately it seems like they're more interested in headlines than actually providing a quality product, or forcing an activism that doesn't work in the context of the books. For example, this cover of an upcoming Superman story, which shows John protesting climate change, which makes no sense because that probably wouldn't be an issue in the DC universe to begin with, considering all the advanced technology, magic, and other superpowers running around. Even these signs have awkward slogans on them, like "There is no planet B," which is a reference to Greta Thunberg, but the DC universe has a whole multiverse to pull from. Aliens are a normal thing, and it probably wouldn't be hard to move the population of Earth to another planet. Not to mention, John can use his powers in a constructive way instead of just holding a sign, especially considering the fact that there's a giant tentacle monster right behind him destroying boats and killing people, which he's apparently oblivious to despite his super senses. Even other people in the crowd are looking. But nothing about this cover really puts John in a flattering light. It would have probably worked better if they'd used a metaphor instead of being really obvious about it, but at least we have some DC stuff we can look forward to. Young Justice is coming back with a 4th season, thanks to continued support by the fans. Young Justice started out strong, but by the 3rd season there were so many characters that were all fighting for the spotlight that things got pretty muddled. The showrunners said that this season would focus on a smaller group of characters, which I think is a good idea. Hopefully this season will feel more focused. Personally, I feel that the 1st season was the strongest, and the poster for the 4th season has the original team on it, minus Wally, but we'll have to see about that. But I would like to catch up with these characters and see where they are now, and possibly get Wally back. We watched the 2 episodes that are currently available, and they were surprisingly boring. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that Megan and Connor are getting married, and they're trying to establish everything that's going on Mars, but I thought the pacing was pretty slow. There was a lot of exposition, and I feel like they could have found more engaging ways to get the audience in on this information, instead of having the characters stand around and talk. I hope the rest of this season has more action. We got a teaser trailer for the League of Super Pets movie. We watched the Crypto cartoon when it aired, so we're glad that Crypto and the other Super Pets are getting some attention. The movie is a comedy starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, and while I am a fan of those actors, I felt the teaser trailer left a lot to be desired. Half of it was just a pee joke, and we're just not really fans of toilet humor. I also thought Crypto and Ace seemed a little out of character, like Ace would probably be the one to insist on working alone instead of Crypto, and it kind of comes off more as Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart doing a bit, instead of it actually being the characters of Crypto and Ace. This is an issue I had with celebrity voice actors and adaptations like these, but I guess we'll have to see how it plays out. I hope we get to see other characters like Streaky the Super Cat. Maybe they can go against Dexstar of the Red Lantern Corps. That would be fun. The 2 of us haven't been keeping up with the live-action DC shows, but there's a live-action Naomi series coming, and the 2 of us did read the first 6 issues of the Naomi comic. It was advertised on Comixology as the 1st season, but to be honest, it was more like a 1st episode that was dragged out over 6 issues, which is something that happens with a lot of comics, so I'm not going to put too much blame on this comic for that, but it was noticeable, since I was expecting a bit more. A lot of the comic was told through backstory exposition dumps, and I mean a lot. Naomi has backstory for her backstory, and I actually felt like some of these things could have been introduced later. Naomi is pretty alright as a character, but she spent a lot of time being exposited to, rather than getting to do a lot of things, but I did like what we did get of her. She does some detective work trying to figure out her past and where she came from, and some of the secrets around town. Hopefully the show can fix some of the pacing issues though. The last thing we want to talk about is the Batman trailer. I wasn't sure what to make of this movie at first because of all the drama behind the scenes. These include extensive reshoots after some poor test screening, and there was also friction between Robert Pattinson and the director of the film, but the trailer looks really exciting, and I'm feeling optimistic about it now. Hopefully the movie will be able to deliver. It features a Batman at the start of his career, although it's not an origin story, just a younger, more inexperienced Batman. Admittedly, I don't really get that vibe from Robert Pattinson. He looks kind of older and a little depressed, with shaggy hair, and the way he carries himself. He doesn't really come off as this confident playboy that you would expect from Bruce Wayne, and kind of need, considering the fact that that's a major part of his secret identity. You would never expect the CEO of this major company to squeeze into the Batman suit, and I do wish that they had played that up more. I also thought the Batmobile was a little underdesigned, but I thought everything else looked pretty cool. The atmosphere really works for me. Catwoman seems cool, hopefully she'll be a good foil to Bruce. I think it would be interesting if he was going against the Riddler as Batman and Penguin as Bruce. Like how Penguin is a criminal, but he also has a presence within Gotham's elite. Instead, it kind of seems like they're playing him as a typical crime boss who Batman has to beat up. That's just my opinion though. And that scene with the Batmobile at the end of the trailer was really cool. And I thought the stuff with Riddler looks pretty interesting. Also, I think it's funny that he's into latte art. I guess my only other gripe is this one scene in the trailer where Batman is walking towards some bad guys who are firing at him with automatic weapons, but they don't even faze him. I get that he's wearing armor, and I could understand if it was small arms fire, but this way it kind of kills the tension. But overall, I'm pretty optimistic about the film. So what do you guys think of these upcoming DC projects? There are some other properties too, like a new Superman cartoon, but I think we need to see more information before we make a decision on it. What properties are you most interested in seeing? And are you more excited for these shows than you are for the comic books like we are? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, everyone. Before we go, we want to give a shout out to our members: Caleb Nelson, Stutania, Tyrant Carnivore, Adam K, Shiny York Boy, The Rabbit Mancer, Hunter Rose, General Bolivar, Depth Charge Media, Samaru163, Gabby Hime, Sandy Martin, Verdant Range, Butcher7 Actual, Dash Hound, JVR, Hussyman42, Nixel, Eric Griffin, Phantom of the Night, Phil C, and Bandito Bane. Thank you all so much for your support. If you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps us out a lot too. We also have Buy Me Coffee if you want to support us that way. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye guys.